YouTube! What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video is going to be on 5 wide receivers that you should be careful drafting at their ADP, guys. And these guys' ADP are at different spots. But if you decide to pick them, I'm not saying don't pick them, but just be careful, because they might not return the value that you think they're going to return. So with no further ado, let's begin. Remember, guys, to hit the thumbs button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content, guys. Yes, it's cutting edge content. So the first guy, guys, and this is a little biased, or I'm not saying biased, but I would say this is a little edgy. And the first guy, guys, is Kupp. Yes, I said what I said. Kupp. Now, listen. Kupp is a great wide receiver. I have nothing against Kupp. Kupp, he's going to be fine. I know he had like a little knee injury a couple years ago, but I still think he's going to be fine. But Matthew Stafford, that's what I'm worried about. And if he started late, if he misses some games, I don't know if Kupp reaches the ceiling that he reached last year. That's the only reason. And you got to take Kupp in the first round. So that's the only reason why I'm telling you to be careful. You might want to go after another receiver, a guy like Justin Jefferson that has his quarterback healthy on, Jamar Chase. So I don't know if Kupp is the guy for you. You might not. You might be a little bit disappointed. So let's move on. The next guy, guys, that you should be careful drafting as a wide receiver is Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins. Yes, I said what I said, guys. But listen, Jalen Waddle is extremely talented. But is he going to get a lot of PPR targets? I don't know. I do think he can have a really good touchdown upside and hit some ceilings certain weeks. I think this team is going to be Tyreek or bust, right? I'm not saying Tua can't throw it to other people. I'm not saying Jalen Waddle can't finish as a top 24 wide receiver. Is he a top 12 wide receiver? Because I feel like his ADP is at, to me, where I've been drafting, is for a top 12 wide receiver. I've been fading him because I'm like, I feel there's better value where I'm drafting him. Not that they better than Jalen Waddle, but they're going to get more targets than Jalen Waddle. And that's why I've been fading him at his ADP, guys. So, Jalen Waddle, guys, just be careful when you're picking him. He might disappoint you with his ceiling. So, let's move on, guys. The next guy that you should be being careful about drafting as a wide receiver in your drafts, guys, in 2022 is Deontay Johnson. Yes, I said it, Deontay Johnson from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, listen, Deontay routes is really good. He reminds me of a poor man, Antonio Brown. I'm not saying Antonio Brown, but he reminds me of a poor man, Antonio Brown. Very quick feet, but his hands is nowhere on Antonio Brown. He actually has C-plus hands, if you ask me. And so I don't know if Mitchell Trubisky is going to force feed him like Big Ben did. I don't know if Mitchell Trubisky wants to throw the ball downfield to George Pickens and Claypool and Pat Freiermuth. All these weapons with Najee just tells me that Deontay doesn't get all the targets that he got. Does he have a good season? Probably. Is he a top 24 wide receiver? Probably. But can he get close to the top 12 like he did last year with all those targets? I don't know. So, guys, be careful taking Deontay Johnson. And listen, guys, if you watch the whole video, I got a bonus guy for you that you should be careful as a wide receiver. So, guys, let's move on. My fourth guy that you should be careful drafting, and this is a rookie guy, is Garrett Wilson from the New York Jets. Now, listen, he has high draft capital like a Jamar Chase, right? He went in the top 10, right? But Elijah Moore is better. And he's going to... And Corey Davis is not bad. Braxton Berrios is not bad. I don't know if Garrett Wilson... I'm not saying he's going to be a bad player, but I think he's going to get going later. Maybe even next year. I don't know if this year is a fantasy viable year because they got a lot of guys that's fighting that want this position, right? Corey Davis is fighting. He don't want to go out like that and get traded again or get cut. Braxton Berrios had a good year when Elijah Moore got hurt. So Braxton Berrios is wanting to fight, right? So I just believe that Elijah Moore is the number one on this team. And I don't feel like it's going to be enough opportunities for Garrett Wilson to reach a nice ceiling, right? He don't necessarily got to finish as a top 24 guy, right? But is he a top 32 guy? I don't know, guys. That's what I'm saying. Be careful with Garrett Wilson, the guy that come out of Ohio State, the rookie wide receiver from the New York Jets. Be careful. And Zach Wilson, I think he's going to get better, but who knows? I think Elijah Moore can, no matter how good that Zach Wilson play, I think Elijah Moore will be fine. Garrett Wilson, I don't know, guys. So let's move on, guys. So my last but not least guy, guys, and remember I got a bonus guy if you watch the whole video. So this last guy, guys, is Stefon Diggs. Yes, Stefon Diggs from the Buffalo Bills. And I know that's a little edgy, right? But check this out. Diggs is an incredible wide receiver. But as the teams get better, they don't have to hyper-target him. Gabriel Davis is going to have a breakout season. They got 2 or 3 really good slot receivers. They got Isaiah McKenzie. They got Khalil Shakir. They got Jamison Crowder. They got James Cook, the running back, that everybody's talking about. He's looked really good in camp. I don't know if Stefon Diggs is going to get 140, 150 targets. I think it's going to be like 110 targets, maybe 90 catches for 1,200 yards with 8 touchdowns. That's a great season. He's going to earn every buck he got. That's great. But that's not where we drafted him in the late first, early second. I don't know if that's good. I think you can go. I'd rather have somebody like Tyreek Hill before I go Stefon Diggs. That's just my 2 cents. So, guys, be careful drafting Stefon Diggs. He might not hit the ceiling that you expect. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching the whole video. I got a bonus guy for you. And this bonus guy is Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, I said it, guys. Chris Godwin. Now, listen, I know that maybe that's low-hanging fruit because of his injury, but what I'm seeing is Julio's there. Russell Gage is there. You got Rashad White. You got Lenny. It's a lot of guys. I think that they bring him back slower than people expect. I don't think he gets to target it in the targets or the volume that he's got in the past in this year, because I feel like they're going to wait maybe week 7 or 8, and I don't want to take a wide receiver that's going to get going and getting 7 or 8, maybe 10 targets in week 8, right? I'm not going to draft that guy at his ADP. Now, if I could get him real late and stash him, hell yeah. But if I got to draft him where he's going, guys, and I don't really got the ADPs down because this really wasn't important to put the ADPs down, because I play in all kinds of different leagues where the ADP changes. But I don't know if Chris Godwin getting started at week 7 when he's fully healthy, that knee is doing good, is he's going to be able to return your value, right? But if you get him at the right spot, I think he will. I think by playoffs, he'll be booming. He could be a playoff winning player. But are you going to draft him early? And what if you don't even make the playoffs? Right? What if you end up trading this guy to say you can try to make the playoffs, right? That's what you don't want to get in. So I would say get to the playoffs first and just fill the league out. I'm not drafting a guy like this with a high ADP just thinking that, oh, he might, when he get going, I'm going to have a super team. Bro, you might lose. You know how fantasy can happen. You can have a great team in the beginning, and after 3 weeks, you can have a bad team. And if you got Chris Godwin, you're trying to find a starter, and he ain't getting but like 4 or 5 targets, and Julio's taking his snaps, and Russell Gage is taking snaps, and Rashad White is getting snaps, it could hurt you. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. Peace.